In this video, we are going to see how to fade in and fade out music in GDevelop 5. So I have two scenes, new scene 4 and new scene 5, and when I will start new scene 4, a music will fade in, and when I will click on next, that music will fade out, and after the music has stopped, new scene 5 will open, and the same thing will happen in new scene 5. So let's see what's happening in these scenes. I have already written the code, but I will explain to you what is happening here. So let's first see how it looks like. So as you saw, when this scene is starting, a music is slowly fading in, and when I click on next button, that music will fade out, and when it has stopped, new scene 5 will open, and when new scene 5 will open, a new music will fade in slowly, and when I will press on back button, that same music will fade out, and when it will stop, new scene 4 will open again, and the same thing will happen again. So that's how we are fading in and fading out music. And how to do that, I will go to new scene 4 events. The events are similar in new scene 4 and new scene 5. So any scene which you want to uh, in which you want to put fading in and fading out music, you can simply copy this whole code and paste it in that scene. But let me explain to you how this code works. I will delete all this and start from the beginning. And so let me show you the setup. I have two scenes, new scene 4 and new scene 5, and in new scene 4 I have a background and a text. In new scene 5 I have a background and a text, and there is nothing here and here also. But let's see the settings. In my new scene I have a new scene 3 also, but that is not important. In new scene 4, you can see in properties I have this, looks like this. You can check it or uncheck it, it does not matter. So you can keep it checked, but I will recommend to uncheck it. In new scene 5 also uncheck this. And now variables, I have a volume variable, but it is not important. I have only one variable in new scene 4 which is important, and that is fade music, and by default it is 0. In new scene 5 also I have a variable fade music, by default it is 0. So that's my setup. That's how it looks like. So now let's get started on the events. Now let's add an empty event at the beginning of the scene, because that's when we want to start playing the music. Add action, audio, music on channels, and play a music file on a channel. So choose your music file. I will choose B18 loop and put the channel number 0. Repeat the sound yes. In volume, put the volume as 0. Pitch speed as 1. Because we want to fade the volume in, we don't want the volume to have 100 volume, we don't want the music to have 100 volume by default, so we will put the volume as 0. Click on OK. And now add another action, variables, value of a scene variable, and fade music. Choose operator equal to and puts it value as 1, right? we have changed the value of fade music variable to 1. Now add another event. Add a condition variables value of a scene variable fade music. Use an operator equal to and type 1. Again add condition. Go to audio, music on channels, volume of the music on a channel, channel number 0, and operator should be if our volume is less than 100, then if both these conditions are true, that is we want to fade the music in. Fade music 1 means we want to fade the music in, and fade music 0 will mean we want to fade the music out. This is just my convention. You can have the reverse convention also, or you can have any other number uh, do that for you, but I am just choosing 0 and 1. And when this is true and this is also true, that the music that the volume is less than 100, volume on channel 0 is less than 100, then we will simply add something to the volume. Add action, audio, music on channels, volume of the music on a channel, channel identifier 0, operator plus, because we want to add the volume is 0 by default, we want to add something to it continuously so that it increases, and that will give the fade in effect. 0.01 seems proper to me, because I have tried with many values and I have found 0.01 to be the best, so that's okay. Right, so this will now make the music fade in. Let me play it and show you. As you could see, we are getting a fade in of our music. Now let me program this button which will take us to the next scene. Add a event, add condition, common conditions for all objects, mouse and touch. The cursor slash touch is on an object. Your object is next button, next text, accurate text by default, yes, click on OK. And add condition again, mouse and touch, mouse button release and left button should be chosen here, click on OK. And now add an action. We will simply change the value of a variable. Our variable is fade music and its value should be 0. So when we set the value of fade music to 1, we were saying that we want to fade the music in, and when we are setting the value of fade music to 0, we are saying that we want to fade the music out. Okay, now you can simply add another event and add condition variables, value of a scene variable fade music, and check if it is equal to 0 or not. And then the same logic here, add condition, audio, music on channels, volume of the music on a channel, channel identifier 0. Operator should be if our volume is greater than 0, right? If it is greater than 0, we want to subtract something from it, right? We are fading it out, that means we want to subtract some number from our volume continuously so that it gives a fade out effect. Let's do that here. It's the same thing, this statement we will write here, but instead of add we will write subtract. Audio, music on channels, volume of the music on a channel, channel identifier is 0, operator is minus, subtract, and we will subtract a value of 0.02. You can see that I am adding 0.01 but I am subtracting 0.02. It is just my own convention. I have tried with many values and I have found that these two values work the best. And although you would expect them to be symmetrical, like it should be 0.01 and it should also be 0.01, but that doesn't sound very nice. You can try doing that, and if it works for you, that's okay, but it doesn't work for me anyway. Now what will happen is that when we will click on the next button, our music will fade out, but our scene will still not change. We want to change the scene also, right? And in GDevelop, you can actually check the volume of the music on a channel, but right now I think that function is bugged and it is not working very well. When I am checking the volume of a music on a channel, it's not actually checking it, and I believe that it's not even going all the way to zero when I am subtracting something from it. So to change the scene I will have to use a timer. So when we click on the next button, we want to start a timer, and this timer will be of 5 seconds. Timers and time. Start or reset a timer. We will name our timer scene change timer, because we want to change the scene when this timer has reached some time, you know. So that's what we have to do to change the scene, and add an empty event again, and add condition, and condition should be value of a scene timer. Time should be 5 seconds. Timer's name is scene change timer, right? And along with this, another condition which should be true is that we are fading the music out, which means this should be 0. So just copy it and paste it. So when these two conditions are true, then we will simply change the scene. Scene, you can either pause and start a new scene, or you can change the scene, it does not matter. I will change the scene to scene 5. Stop any other pause scene is yes. Okay, so this looks good, and now let us see if it is working or not. So you saw that it is working as we want it to work. So this 5 second is only an approximation. We are just approximating that our music will become very low or unhearable in 5 seconds. You can change this value according to your wish, but it actually does not matter which music you choose. If you choose this value, if you subtract this value from the volume, it will go down in 5 seconds. All the music, does not matter which music you are using, right? So yeah, that's what it is. And now we will have to do something else. Add a new empty event, add condition, scene just resume, and in this section we will simply have to copy the above two actions and paste them here, and that's it. This event will run when we will resume the scene, and this will run when we start the scene. So no matter whether you pause the scene and change it, or whether you change the scene, in both the cases your code will work properly. So now let's copy the whole thing and paste it in our new scene file. You can press shift and click, and that's why how you can select it. So right click and click on copy and new scene file, click on empty event and right click and paste. So I have all the events here. I think some events are missing. 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4, only 5. Something is missing here. I guess this. Oh, this was missing. Okay. 1 2 3 4 5 6. I will copy them all. Here I will move them and click right click and paste. I will delete the final one. Now I have all 6 of 1 2 3 4 5 6. Let me arrange them properly, just the same way as they are arranged in my new scene 4, right? So, and this one was here or there? It was here. Okay, I'm just arranging it the same way as it is arranged in my new scene 4. So here we have to do some changes. Our cursor slash touch is not on next. Here we have back button and its name is also back. So we will simply choose back instead of next. Back, right? And what other changes should we do? We should change this, change to scene new scene 5. We will not change to the same scene, right? We will be on new scene 5, so we will go back to new scene 4, right? That's what we will do, and we will run a different music here and choose a new file, v16. I will choose. You can keep the channel as 0 or you can change the channel, but if you will change the channel here, then you will also have to change the channel here and here and here and here and here. So if you want to change the channel, you can change it, but then you will have to change it everywhere in this code. And even if you keep it the same, it does not matter much. It will not uh, affect your code. It will run properly. So let's see if it is running or not. So as you can see, our code is working properly, right? So that's how you can implement fading in and fading out in your GDevelop 5 game, and it's a lot of code, I can understand, but that's one way to do it. And I will put this file, put this game file on GitHub so that you can download it and you can use this code free of charge and include this in your projects so that you know, if you can't do it like this, maybe it's not working in your project, you can simply copy the code and paste it in your scenes. I will put some comments here so that it's separated from the rest of the code. Fade fade in and fade out code start, and I will put another comment. Fade in and fade out code end, right? So that it's separated from the rest of the code. But yes, you have at the beginning of the scene here and scene just resumed, so you have to take care of that. You can simply just copy the whole thing and paste it wherever you want. Here also let me put some comments. Fade in and fade out code end and start. Fade in and fade out code start. Okay, so yeah, so that's what it is. That's how you can do it. And I hope this video helped you in some way, and thank you for watching.